So when I first got the 6-36 from Discovery, I did have some concerns about possibilities with 22, mostly because that side parallax goes down to 40 yards instead of 25 yards, which is something that I'm typically used to, is a 25, even a 15 or a 10 yard side parallax configuration. So I knew center fire, I'm good to go, that's no problem. It was more the rim fire application, which I wasn't sure about. And now that I've had a chance to do, I don't know, a couple thousand rounds with the Discovery 6-36 in rim fire configuration setups. This build behind me, it's a Pete's Pillars 22-inch, like 0.96-inch barrels. It's all a pretty heavy rifle with MDT chassis. That optic is nice and heavy, and it centers up the balance point so good. That's one thing I like about these Discovery scopes. You can see that there is a large portion forward on the objective bell, and there's a lot of weight there. It's a 35 millimeter tube, and it just helps everything set down really nice and steady. On these kind of builds, I'm not looking for lightweight stuff, and I know most of you aren't either. You're trying to do something that's just balanced. That's essentially what you're going for. Heavy and balanced works great for PRS or NRL22. So anyways, with a 40-yard parallax, now that I've been able to shoot it a bunch, I shot a KYL at 25 yards on 9 power, a whole bunch today. And so 9 power, 40-yard parallax, shooting 25-yard target, and you know what? I don't think my ratio was any better or worse. To be completely frank with you, I thought it was about the same. So the fact that it goes down to 40 yards probably is just a touch better than some of the 50-yard parallax options I've had in the past. I've had some other brands that had a 50-yard parallax, and that didn't quite seem to do it for me. I had just too much parallax error, that's the truth. I would seem to miss the 1/4-inch target very often, but today I was still schwacking it like most of the time. It's a little bit of wind, and at 25 yards, that's the place where the parallax error is going to be greater. And at 50 yards, obviously, because I have a 40-yard minimum parallax, I can bump it up, and I'm not hurt by that at all. There's no issue. So for me, I thought there would be more of an issue than there was. I'm happy to be mistaken about that. If you've been considering getting one of these, but you've held back because of the rimfire possibilities, maybe just being frustrated that it doesn't say 25 yards on there instead, I think you'd be surprised at how doable it is as long as you're not shooting on high power. If your plan was to shoot at 25 or 35 yards on high power all the time, yeah, that probably would be an issue. If you're going to shoot on 36 power at 25 yards, you're going to notice quite a bit of parallax error in that, that gap. For me, what I'm doing, I'm just knocking down the power quite a bit, and it's very comfortable. I'm not distracted. There's another concern, is that I'd be distracted with those closer targets, maybe some just oddness in the image or fuzziness. Thought it would maybe be out of clarity at that point. There just wouldn't be enough clarity. Clarity is good. It's not an issue as long as you bump it down and then go back up if you're going to stretch it out, which is probably what I would do anyways on a KYL. I don't typically shoot things on max power. Maybe 50 yards if I'm going for that 1/4-inch. Maybe I'd bump it up a little bit, but not usually past 25 power, even in the prone. So that's nice for spotting hits, doing really, really precise target shooting. If I'm very stable and the air conditions are good, lighting is good, then I'll bump it up to 32, 33 power, maybe 36 power. Typically, it's going to be a little bit lower anyways, and I just have it available if I need it. This scope works well on low-end power, and actually I should show you my 100-yard groups today that I did off the bench. My 100-yard groups were very surprising. It wasn't as windy as it is now. Earlier today, I shot this morning, and my 100-yard groups were great. I was super happy. SK rifle match has been doing very well in this Pete's Pillars barrel. See if I can get the lighting to work with me here. So I just drew some funky circles, but check that out. Those are very tight. In fact, I had one from Norma Match. It's the one right here, closest to my hand. That one. That has got to be dang near 5/16 of an inch. Very impressed. All 5-shot groups. I think there was maybe one 6-shot group. Oh yeah, it's right in the middle, not on a dot. That was a 6-shot group. Everything else should be a 5-shot group. I just can't believe how well that thing shot. So that's with that Discovery optics. I think the image is very good at 100 yards. It's nice and crystal clear for me. I'm able to adjust the parallax well. Tracking seems to be right where I need it to be. And with the SK rifle match and the Normatec, I've done good with that barrel, even out to 100 yards. There's a couple flyers in here, but anything under an inch, I'm super pleased with that. Once I get below ½ inch, I'm shocked. I did that with the Discovery. So if you've been considering getting one of those Discoveries, I'm just gonna tell you, I think they're good. When it comes to a budget 6 to 36, I can't think of another 6 to 36 I could actually recommend. Most of the ones I've looked at that are under $1,000 are basically garbage, or I really hate them. And fuzzy, bad tracking, bad design, optically just uncomfortable to get behind. You can't even use most of them above 20 power. Their low end power sucks, their reticle sucks. I hate to be so brutal, but that's just the truth. It's hard to make a 6 to 36 optic under $1,000 and make it pretty good on all powers and all ranges and everything about the design. So the places where Discovery saves money is they don't force this to be a super compact optic. They let it be extended out. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. And I'll put up with that extension and the extra weight if I can get those ED lenses and I can get the improved design, better turrets, and just in general, I think their reticles are pretty much better than the competition at the price point. So they've done well. I recommend it. If you're on a budget and you're trying to get a 636 under $1,000, this is something worth thinking about.